Hello, my friends. This is Doug Fabian. Welcome to my weekly ETF report. I'm broadcasting from the ETFU studios here in Southern California. Great to be with you again this week. It's Thursday, January 22nd, 2015. As we discuss each and every week, three things to talk about. I want to begin with some market trends that are in place that we want to monitor closely. The first one, and I have a chart to share with you, is a picture of the US dollar. Now, this is the exchange traded fund UUP, and it's a way to be able to play the rising dollar. And as you can see, this chart has gone higher and higher and higher for the past 6 months. And today, this ETF was up 1.4%, which is a big move in currency land. And now it looks like almost like a space shuttle launch. We've gone parabolic. I don't believe that this trend is going to continue with the rising dollar going straight up like this. There's going to be some consolidation. There's going to be some sort of pullback. But the point I want to make today regarding the strong US dollar is that it is a headwind. It is a negative for US multinational companies. And so when it comes to looking at the financial markets this year, I believe that this strong dollar is going to hurt U.S. stocks, not help U.S. stocks. Let me move to point number two. Let's talk about interest rates. Again, I have a picture for you to look at. This is a picture of the 10-year Treasury bond yield. And as you can see, in the past 12 months, it's been going down. And it started going down again in 2015. And interest rates are at multi-year lows here in the United States. And the point I want to make with this chart, though, is the fact that interest rates in Europe, in Germany, in Switzerland, are actually lower than the US. And then when we go over Japan, they're lower even still. And so one of the things that I'm not expecting in 2015 is significantly higher long-term interest rates. That doesn't mean that the Fed won't raise interest rates. They might raise interest rates, but the Fed raises short-term interest rates, not long-term interest rates, so you'll get a little bit more money on your money market fund. That's the interest rate that the Federal Reserve is in control of. The marketplace is in control of long-term interest rates, and money has been coming from Japan and from Europe into the United States to buy U.S. Treasury bonds, to own them in U.S. dollars, because they get a much better rate of return and they're invested in a currency that's been going up. So my point here is I think interest rates are going to remain stable for the next 6 months. And that means there's going to be some very good investments in income-producing exchange-traded funds. The third point I want to make today is to talk about the world stock markets. Now, in my office, I have a scoreboard, daily scoreboard, and this particular monitor I have is set up so I can keep track of how things are doing so far this month and this year. Well, I looked it over today, and on the major indices around the world, international, whether it's Europe, whether it's Japan, whether it's emerging markets, whether it's China, all those markets are up on a year-to-date basis, and the U.S., before today, was actually down, but let's just call the U.S. flat on a year-to-date basis. I'm of the opinion that this year is going to favor international ETFs over domestic ETFs. So when you're looking at your 401k, when you're looking for new places to put money and you don't want to buy the U.S. stock market at all-time highs, look international. There's going to be some great growth opportunities in international ETFs. Now, let me mention a couple of things about ETF University, etfu.com. I hope you've become a member already, but I want to remind you that each and every week I'm doing a weekly podcast. I'm coming at you with ETF investing ideas, helping you becoming a better ETF investor. Next, I've got about 10 videos that I have posted out at etfu.com that are purely educational. All of this information is available for free to help you become a better ETF investor. And one of the first things you need to do is watch my video on the case against mutual funds. And then lastly, I've got a series of special reports out there as well. I'm going to continue to make enhancements to ETFU.com as we move forward in time. And matter of fact, this next week, I'm headed to the largest exchange-traded fund conference in the country. And I'm looking forward to next week's video because I'm going to have a lot of information to share with you on the wonderful world of exchange-traded funds. So thanks so much for tuning in this week. This is Doug Fabian. I will see you next week.